Welcome to the Montreal Forum with your host, Liam Maguire. This broadcast will be coming to you from left to right on your listening device.
How sweet is that, eh?
Oh, man. Boy, oh, boy. Yeah, you know what he told me, on the phone? That when we sent him, of course, what to say for your show and for mine. And when he did a couple of tests, with the script that you had written and I had sent him, he instinctively just went back and said, left or right on your radio dial.
Yeah, no, I was glad. I said, holy frig, I bet you Dick came up with that. And I wasn't really that crazy about the script that I had sent. I wasn't sure how to put it. And he, on your listening device.
Yeah.
There you go.
He told me when he was just fooling around.
No, what a
times. He said radio dial. He said, you kidding me? Haven't done a radio game in 20 years. He said it just came back instinctively.
Oh, man, that's just so cool.
Anyways,
that was our introduction to Dick Irvin's intro for your Montreal Forum. It's just so sweet. Yeah. So nice goal by Josh. Geez, was Hudson flying in the first period or what?
Yeah, boy, was he ever. Grant, he looked pretty solid. Took a big hit there on the CC one that gave us a two-man advantage, but got up just like Caulfield when he went into the post. You always get a little nervous with that when those things happen.
Yeah,
but these guys are pretty resilient right now. So it was great to see. A nice assist by him. Great shot by Josh. And what a high-octane period, man. I mean, they hit a couple posts. Their penalties kind of really gave them the momentum that our 5-on-3 didn't generate after. And so it's kind of a weird period, but still, we'll take the lead and go from here.
Oh, Campy is just so good against the Canadians. It's like he remembers that they passed on him in the draft, and every year he comes back to haunt them. Yeah. I still remember talking to Trevor about it. I said, well, what about this Campy kid? He's big, he can skate. And in his draft year, he doesn't have offensive hockey sense. Well, he found it somewhere along the line because he's a Habs killer. He's a really solid player, but he always seems to kill the Habs.
I'm a big fan of his. I'm a big fan of Byfield. I think who hit the other post. And I mean, they got 6 or 7 guys I really like a lot. And I don't see them probably like ourselves really as cup threats per se, but they're a nice club, and they got some momentum from those power plays, hit a couple posts. It could easily be a different score right now, but plus our chances too. I mean, Demidov all alone in front with a quick shot, quick turnaround. I'm sure he'd like, maybe if he sees it on the video, he'll realize he had another second there, but pretty entertaining 20 minutes.
Yeah. Well, you knew like if somebody even sneezed on another guy at the end of the 5-on-3 that there'd be a penalty. And then I don't know, the puck should have got 2 minutes there for that second one. I guess it was
frustrating. It's so frustrating because it's over and done with now. The game's going to go on. Whatever happens. But the only thing that's always pissed me off is we never hear anything after. You can't, even when I was working in the media, probably same for you, game day stuff. Times I was down, I had a press pass in Ottawa for years and a little bit in Montreal for a few years. You're going down after, you know yourself. You can't talk to the refs. You're not allowed to.
No.
So it's frustrating, because never hear that there's any, you know what? We blew that one. We looked at the video in the first intermission. We got the call from Gregson or whoever, and we blew it. It happens. Mea culpa and move on. Never hear that,
No. They took the names off of the back of their sweaters, and there's no accountability whatsoever. Well, hey, I mean, they're part of the game. I don't know why. I get it. I mean, taking the names off, I sort of understand, but this never being able to discuss the calls after and getting fined, and it's just, I find that the Bettman's a little too touchy when it comes to, ever criticizing his precious referees. But yeah, no, I agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
But
otherwise, good period.
What I found interesting, Liam, was when the 5-on-3 they went with 2 D-man. They put Dobson out there, right?
Probably for the shot. That's what I was assuming. They can't hit the net though. Holy lifting.
No, I know.
you know, like Matheson just missed. Gallagher right before that. The two good chances on the 5-on-3. Two guys you want to have the puck and not hitting the net. I mean, you know, making Kemper look like he's back with Colorado there in 2022. Like it's just, you know, bear down, boys. And like Mike Bossy always said, man, just get a piece of the net. You never know. And trying to pick corners sometimes may hurt us a little bit there too. That's a tough one. Not to get a 5-on-3 goal there with our power play having been so good the last few games. So hopefully next chance we get here, we can we can pop one in. I just, it's so critically important for specialty teams, not one game per se, but over 82 and definitely in the postseason, man. You have to have them. Other than the 2011 Bruins, who didn't score a power play goal to the final against Vancouver, which is an outlier, you got to have specialty teams working for you. And that was a bit of a kick in the ass there, but hopefully we get another chance and can bang one in.
Yeah, I found it a little interesting that like Slav has like 3 power play goals, I do believe. You know, he's been pretty good on the power play, and they took him off. Like it wasn't because they're trying to, you know, be safe, right? It's the opposite. If it's 5-on-3 as opposed to 5-on-4, I found that. I found that interesting that they put Dobson, and you never see 2 defensemen on the power play ever on 5-on-4, and then when it's 5-on-3, they put the 2 defensemen together. It was an interesting twist. I found. I wasn't expecting it.
Sure.
But
yeah, I agree. It was. I went, okay. I just assumed you're going to have a guy. He's not Sheldon Surrey, but you know, or I always thought, you know, or when we had Line going last year. And he scored, I don't know how many games there with a power play goal, I think 15 or something, whatever it was. And he had 5-on-3s. They were automatic. Remember, Hudson would throw it over to him and he'd just fire it. Like, I figured, okay, they're trying, maybe they're going to have Hudson come in from that other side, top of the circle, be virtually indefensible, but they never really got that set up.
Yeah. Well, Slav, I just checked. He has 4 power play goals. He's tied for 9th best in the league and leading the Habs in power play goals. And they took him off for the. Anyway, it was interesting. I also noticed that Suzuki finally got a PK shift there. I think they're going to start using it. They always did, like the last 2 years, right?
Yeah.
It's been one of the arguments against why he may not win the Selke so far this year. People have been saying, well, he's not killing any penalties. Anyways, I think that he should be on the PK. He's just such a smart defensive player. And they used 3 PK pair, if I'm not mistaken, last year, most of the year. And so far this year, they've only been going with 2. And one of them being rookie center. How many rookie centers, Liam, are regular penalty killers? It's not that often that you see a center. No. A rookie center in the NHL regular to killing penalties.
Be unusual for sure. He's in an unusual position there, and they have been better on the PK lately. It wasn't very good, as we know. The first 8-10 games or so, they've been better here the last few games. So hopefully that trend continues, and maybe Suzuki will help out in that regard. You're right. He's just so freaking smart, and he's gotten better on the draws, and that's so critical. And then, you know, like you said, just getting the puck and making sure you get it out. There's so many times power play goals are scored after failed clear attempts. So critically important, man. If you get a chance, get her down. And he's pretty sure-handed with the stick on the puck. So be nice to see him start getting some regular PK time as well.
Tina's brother is weighing in here. I think gonna have to show a couple of hits, keep him happy. Wayne, Monty Blow. Well, I don't, okay, Wayne, you don't have to be. Still looks shaky. I don't know. I thought he kind of kept them in there in the first period. Did you find him shaky?
No, I thought he made a couple nice saves and 1 or 2 in particular, man. He tracked the puck really nicely. I mean, the posts.
Yeah.
Well, one was a little far out. Who knows? I mean, had it gone in, we'd probably be saying something different, maybe agreeing with him. But I thought he looked okay. I wouldn't say I think BBs, but I thought he looked okay. I did not think he looked shaky. So we'll see
No.
how the next 40 goes here, because he's hopefully getting back into the form that he carried for a good chunk of last year. But we'll see how the next 40 minutes go.
Yeah. Well, I think it was important for him to get a couple of nice saves, saves at the start, right? If he'd have let in a goal on one of those first shots, I think, oh, here we go. I thought I made a prediction at noon with Eric. I said, well, if Monty saves the first 3, they're winning, and if he doesn't, they're losing. And hopefully that comes true.
We've got some bad luck lately, right? Getting
he has
first shots and stuff. So yeah.
And speaking of bad luck, Galley, he had another good chance. He's always been streaky though. I look back and I was thinking, I can remember him going through droughts, like long droughts. I look back 2 years ago, Liam, 24 games he went without a goal. And then he had 3 in 5 games. And even last year he had a 12-game drought and then had 5 in 7. So once he does get one, typically he goes on a bit of a heater, right? So I hope he gets one soon, because it usually means Galley's going on a hot streak.
Yeah, that's a great point, and I hope that is the case too. Although I will say, I'm very satisfied with his play right now.
Yeah.
I find he gets in on the forecheck as quick as he ever has.
Yeah,
I don't see him in as many battles in front of the net as now. The puck needs to be there for him to go and do that job, but right. I just find right now that he's been pretty effective on that line, and they're doing okay. You're right. Love to see him bang one in, and hope he goes on one of those streaks. Obviously, be great for the Habs. So it's like Anderson scoring. These are not guys you typically get goals from. So anytime the third or fourth line chips in, mastering the obvious here saying this, but it's such a help, takes pressure off the big boys. So I hope he does too. Just hit the net, boys. Hit the freaking net.
Yeah. I know.
Let's force Kemper to make some saves here. We still ended up with what, 9 shots on net with about 6 misses. So
absolutely. No, Kapanen had a good chance there. The nice poke check, and then the next shift he got it to Demi in front of the net. They had 2 really good chances at line again early on, and couldn't quite convert, but that line continues to play well, doesn't it?
Yeah, they do. They look good. And I mean, the whole team mostly does. I heard the broadcast there too. Was that Mike Johnson doing color tonight? Talking about, goals expected. I don't follow that closely, but I know, I guess it's a thing. So, but the other thing is, you're not going to win every game. I mean, they've got the second least amount of regulation losses to Colorado, second to Colorado right now. So with 3, so be getting points everywhere. You're first in Atlantic, really out of the gate. So it's been really nothing but what a change from last year. We were dead last after 15 games last year. So it's just been such a breath of fresh air. I know we're stating this game in and game out because you're looking for things where there's misses, where you can be critical, maybe like your friend there talking about Monty or whatever the case may be. It's right now, there's not a whole heck of a lot. There's bits and pieces, but for the most part, they rebound, right? Like that game in Vancouver 2 weeks ago where they sucked for 35 minutes and then turned it on and managed to get a W out of it. So
Glenn S says the Laughs are losing 3-1 to Boston. So
I saw
Boston's I mean, hey, how big of a difference does McAvoy make, right? You can just see the difference in that team when he's healthy and when he's not. And they've got a pretty good top 4. And I think that's where they,
I don't even know if McAvoy's playing tonight.
Okay.
In fact, I don't think he is, but
till now,
I think he might have gone home for personal reasons. But here's the thing, Grant. He had nobody to answer for Zadorov. Zadorov absolutely knocks Lawton into next week, and they try and scrap him. Here's period starting here, buddy. So we may as well shut her down.
Okay, we'll shut her down for now. We'll see you guys second period intermission. Okay,
we'll
later.
G'day.